Hey, how's it going, everyone? Seeing as Ninja Road is about to end and we're about to get a new one very soon going into the next week, I thought it would be fun to go ahead and jump into it one last time, especially because I don't really play Ninja Roads more than the first time on video nowadays. So I thought it'd be fun to go ahead and jump back into it for a second time and just run through it. And this time around, I'm going to be trying to one-shot every single boss. Now, when I say boss, I don't mean every single map. With a boss, I mean every single boss. So the big maps that have the big bosses, and then the final map, which is map 10, which has the boss with the most health. So those maps in particular, mostly it's just 4 maps, honestly, that you have to really worry about. So yeah, there's that, but we're going to be jumping into it, and I think this is going to be fun. I've done this in the past before, but unlike in the past, I'm actually going to be able to do it all in one run. I'm not going to actually do it in separate runs. I'm going to go ahead and do it all in one run with 3 different teams that I'll be taking for it, and I'll be able to one-shot every single boss, hopefully, with this team setup and getting through it. So this is the team setup I'm going to be taking to run through most of the Ninja Road like usual, but I will be using it to one-shot some maps. And then this team over here, which I'm going to be using to go ahead and one-shot on one of the maps, of course, Kakashi there. And then this team right here, which you could probably figure it out as well. I am going to go ahead and take Kushin off, though, because I don't really need her. I'm going to go ahead and throw my boy Omui on there. And yeah, so it's pretty simple nonetheless. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So this is going to be pretty time consuming, honestly, so I don't recommend doing this if you're actually just trying to get through the Ninja Road. Obviously, this is just kind of like a fun little thing to do. What I'm going to go ahead and do, though, is I'm going to go ahead and stall up with this team on this map because it's the first map, might as well. Honestly, the first 3 maps, I'm just going to be stalling up chakra and getting whatever it is I need done. That's pretty much just the goal of it. This team is going to be the team that I use to go ahead and one-shot probably the hardest map, and with that said, because I've already one-shotted before with the 7-star Kakashi. I already made a video for that, so I'm not going to repeat that. Instead, I'm going to use Kakashi on a different boss this time around. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and stall up for this map and go ahead and get my boy EMS Sasuke boosted up, and then we'll go ahead and move on with the rest of the Ninja Road. So for the second map, I'm going to go ahead and stall up my heart team. This is pretty much just what I'm going to be doing here. I feel like this is a pretty good team setup. I mean, I just went ahead and put all the heart units that I could really think of that I really wanted to go ahead and bring onto this team over here. But yeah, this isn't normally how I run this Ninja Road, it's safe to say. But I think it's fun nonetheless to go ahead and just take care of the bosses. I think one of the most interesting things in Blazing Ninja Road is that you can actually one-shot some of the bosses. And there's just so many different ways you can go about taking out the maps, especially on this type of Ninja Road where it's kind of easy. I'm really hoping that tomorrow's is going to be easy. Like I said, I haven't really seen anything on it quite yet, but I am looking forward to it nonetheless because I'm hoping that it'll be easy. I really am, because it is going to be going into anniversary time. We're almost there with August, so yeah, I would love for it to be an easy one. The Golden Week celebration one was very, very difficult, and I didn't like that, just specifically because it's a celebration time, you know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't penalize your players by giving them something that's not easy to redo over and over again. That's my biggest thing with Ninja Road, is that it's a game mode that's meant to be played over and over again, so it shouldn't be that hard. I mean, for the first time, that's fine, but there's no way to actually make the difficulty go down, so it needs to stay the same over time. Now, I did want to go ahead and bring my boy Obito here because I did end up getting this man max duped. A thing that a lot of people are probably going to say, it's not the best of ideas that I've ever had, but at the time of Golden Week, I was kind of starting to get stale on Blazing, and I just wanted to do whatever it is that made me happy, and Obito's my favorite one, so, you know, I had to go ahead and max dupe him, even though it wasn't really the smartest thing to do, and I got shafted really hard, a full rotation on that banner as well, so there is that. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is actually end this map here with my boy Obito, and so yeah, like I said, I am going to be one-shotting the bosses, the main bosses. So the main bosses are on map 4, 6, 8, and then number 10 in my opinion. So yeah, those are the ones that I'm going to be one-shotting. So with this one, it's really not that big of a deal. Might as well go ahead and just bring everybody together. So my boy Gaara, he's not even boosted up whatsoever. We go ahead and just one-shot Katsuyu like that. 72k, not bad. I do get some chakra back as well, which is why I love bringing Gaara. I usually do have other units here on this main team. I usually like to take Kaguya for the type disadvantage nuking, and I also like to go ahead and have someone else rather than this Obito there. But you know, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and keep this team out onto the field. That's pretty much what I like to do. Now, because I just used Gaara, I can set myself up to go ahead and use Hashirama and Tendo Pain like so, and that should go ahead and take care of them pretty simply. But using Obito is going to be actually very fun against Maratabi, so we'll go ahead and do that. I am going to be boosting Obito up though, so there is that. but that's completely fine because I think it's fine to go ahead and boost up moving forward. We did get a crit. Okay, I'll take that. So there we go. Just mops the floor with him. The AoE is just really good with this team, man, and they nullify things, which is why I love them so much. So what I like to do is go ahead and move up here. I can leave Hashirama down here because Hashirama is going to be the one we use for the 750 boost. So I'll go ahead and leave Hashirama right here. And then we'll go ahead and move my boy Obito up top, get him boosted up with my other Obito, and then yeah, we'll just make it work like that. That's what we're gonna kind of have to do. So let's go ahead and take care of that myself. Although this Matatabi is not being the nicest right now. So we'll go ahead and boost up my boy Obito. Now I did try this with the Wisdom Hashirama, the one that's a Blazing Fest, but I don't have dupes for him, so I didn't get any crits. But this Obito has the high strength and the high damage, so there is that, especially with the 750 boost from Hashi right here. We should be good. You could also use Wisdom Kakashi. Now I don't have Wisdom Kakashi duped up, so that's why I didn't do that. But with that said, my boy does have the 50% boost, so this should hopefully be enough to go ahead and one shot. I would imagine it is. He has high damage multiplier. There we go, 189k. Definitely the 750 boost of Hashirama is needed right there though. But there we go. We one-shotted Matatabi. We one-shotted Katsuyu. Next we'll be moving on to, I think it is Roshi, and then finally Obito on the last map. So let's go ahead and take care of this map too. I am just running through the whole Ninja Road. Usually when I make this type of video, I just skip to the bosses, but I feel like it's interesting because this time around, like I said, I'm doing it all in one run. I've never done that before. I usually split it up into separate runs because you're not always able to one-shot like with every single team. You usually have to boost up multiple times. So there is that. I am going to move up here. This is probably going to hurt though if they're all coming near me, especially because that one had to go in dodge, but you know, it's fine. I did want to go ahead and use Obito early on too because that boss doesn't dodge like on the last map. I'm pretty sure Obito can, or at the very least, usually on the 10th map they do have that. But this Obito doesn't ignore dodging, unfortunately. That's kind of the one thing I don't like about him, is that he doesn't ignore substitution or any of that on his ult, which is not great. So yeah, there is that, but that's okay because we're not going to use him any further probably. Actually, I could go ahead and use him to take out probably this Fugaku right here. This map can be annoying. I usually do have another AoE jutsu where my boy Obito is, but for this kind of situation we're not going to be able to do that. I usually have dual Renegade Madara, the skill one there, because I can go ahead and use him as a 3-6. Also bringing Hashirama would be good, the Wisdom Blazing Festival one, because he is a 3-6, but again he's not AoE, so there is that. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. And Chakra Reset, that is the one good thing of having this man maxed out. I will take it, man. I just love that he's Obito. Like, I had to go ahead and get him maxed out, man. I mean, he's not a bad unit. He's just not the greatest thing that we could have gotten for a celebration. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and use some heals because these dudes are hurting me a little bit. Honestly, this map can go either way. But alright, moving on to the 8th map now. We're pretty much set for the rest of the Ninja Road. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna switch on over to Kakashi right here, and Kakashi just absolutely smacks Roshi around with his latent skill. Now he's not boosted up at all, of course, so he does have that actual ability though where he has the skill damage boost, so there is that. But with that said, the latent skill of Kakashi is just too good, man. With the 750 boost from just one Naruto, that's enough to one-shot Roshi. So there we go, that's another boss, one-shotted down. Let's go ahead and move on to the next map. Now, what I tend to do actually is when it comes to this map right here, you can actually use this team. So I might die, it depends, because I actually didn't stall up Chakra in the last row. But what I like to do is go ahead and just keep switching his typing because I have the perfect heart team for this. I really do. And if for some reason, if it was possible to get a Chakra reset on Kakashi's latent skill, I would have been able to destroy this Tobirama even more, especially because he switches the typing on his latent skill. But what I like to do is go ahead and do something like this, man, because I just have two skill changing Naruto's plus the heart team that is just a dream come true, man. So honestly, I usually don't use this team when it comes to this last map. I usually don't have this team even as a thing, but for this instance, I feel like it's fitting to just go ahead. Again, I might die. I usually do like to have it where I have the type change a little bit more. I should have probably used the other Naruto maybe, so I could left it, but it's okay because Kaguya ignores the type disadvantage anyway. She ignores it, but that's fine. So I'm gonna actually just move out the way. and this is fine. He only attacks 1 too, which is, it's, you know, it is what it is. But alright, I'll go ahead and switch out to my girl Kaguya now and take advantage of the 750 boost. So there we go. I usually don't use this team setup, I usually use other ones, but if I can switch the typing as much as possible, then why not? You know, like this team setup's really good for that because I have literally 3 units that can switch the typing if you count Kakashi. So here we are on the final map. Map number 10 with my boy Obito, who does start off as a heart type. That's why we're gonna have to go ahead and switch the typing. But I will tell you, Sasuke is gonna have a lot of a damage boost, man. You already know he is because it's my boy Sasuke. And yeah, so EMS Sasuke, one of the highest damage dealers when it comes to the skill type. I still think he's the best over Shisui in my opinion. So especially with that body boost. If Shisui had a body boost, it would be a different story. But alright, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and personally take advantage of the 250 boost from the KCM Naruto, but you can definitely bring other units out, like the One Tail also gives you a boost, and you get a boost if you have skill units out for the Sasuke. But there we go, 375k damage, one-shots the Obito, especially with that boost from Madara in the back row. So there we go, one-shotting every single boss if you count the 4th, 6th, 8th, and 10th map. Pretty simple nonetheless, and it's really fun. The only part that sucks is you have to stall up chakra on the earlier maps, but if you skip that part, then you really don't have anything to worry about. So there we go, that takes care of it. I hope y'all enjoyed this and found this interesting. I love doing things like this, especially because 2-unit runs nowadays, they're not really my forte. I used to do them back in the day, but one-shotting, that's something I can definitely get behind. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.